Your period is your fifth vital sign, and not getting it every single month is a sign that your body needs some more TLC. Hi, my name is Julia. I'm a fertility nutrition consultant and a hormone holistic health coach with a degree in nutrition, and I am here to help you embody a food-first approach. I have personally gone through this emotional experience of losing my period about 6 years ago when I came off the birth control pill. It took me about 10 months to finally get it back. So that said, I'm gonna be giving you all the tactical tips and education that you need to help you get your period back naturally. So let's get on into the video. First things first is to understand why your period goes missing in the first place. The biggest reason is a low body weight, dieting, malnourishment, over-exercising, and low calorie intake. These can all throw off your hormones and shut down your reproductive system because your hormones thrive off of safety, not stress. If you aren't getting enough nourishment or you're in a state of fight or flight for too long, your body shuts down your period as a response because it wants to help protect you from getting pregnant, which requires a ton of energy from you. All of that said, increasing your calorie intake may be something you want to consider if you are struggling with an absent period. If you are someone who focuses mostly on whole foods, so eats really nutrient dense, doesn't really eat a lot of processed foods, works out often, and eats every few hours, you may not be getting as many calories as you think you are getting. Eating at least 2,000 calories every single day is going to be essential for making sure you're getting enough energy to support your reproductive health. If you are very active, you may be more at 2,500 calories. And if you're a serious athlete, you could be closer to 3,000. Everyone's bodies are so different, but it's really crucial to make sure that we are consuming enough energy. Now, instead of going straight to calorie counting, which is something I do not recommend, focus on doing these 4 things to increase calorie intake. So number 1 is to simply just eat more often. So making sure you're eating those 3 meals a day along with 2 to 3 snacks throughout the day. Now, you're probably thinking that sounds like a lot if you are someone who doesn't eat that much already. And this is where adding in liquid nutrition, so implementing smoothies into your daily routine, can be really supportive, as you can get a lot of calories in through just a simple smoothie if you are putting in the right ingredients. So making sure your smoothie first has protein is going to be really important. So getting it from grass-fed collagen or a clean protein powder, getting in 2+ servings of fruit for fiber, adding an avocado for healthy fats, maybe some pumpkin and flax seeds for some micronutrients, and maybe some more nut butter for even more healthy fats. Now, you probably noticed a pattern. I talked a lot about fats. And this is because this macronutrient not only helps so much with blood sugar balance and hormone production, but it's also going to be wonderful for increasing your calorie intake because fats have a higher amount of calories per gram than carbs and protein do. Step number 3 is prioritize the build-up method when you are making your meals. So if you are eating avocado toast as a snack, add a hard-boiled egg on top or even some cheese for some protein. If you are making oatmeal, add nut butter and some protein powder. If you're making a curry or stew, add in some coconut cream. And if you're eating veggies, you can top it off some olive oil, pesto, or some tahini. This method not only helps you increase calories, but also helps you support your blood sugar balance, as most of these combos that we've talked about is adding protein and fats to a carbohydrate, which is going to help you keep your blood sugar balanced and making sure you're avoiding those savage blood sugar crashes. Step number 4 is to make simple swaps, like consuming chicken thighs over chicken breasts, full-fat yogurt over low-fat yogurt, and making sure you're prioritizing eating a whole entire egg, which is where all the nutrition is. It's all inside the yolk instead of just eating egg whites. Next is to avoid over-exercising. Research has shown that women who work out intensely over an hour every single day have shown to have anovulatory cycles. When you are not ovulating, you're not releasing an egg, and also a missing period. While low-intensity workouts like hiking, walking, yoga, and Pilates are all supportive for hormone balance, it's really important to make sure you're reducing or even avoiding HIIT workouts and also excess cardio. These types of workouts not only increase calorie expenditure, but also cortisol production, which is the stress hormone that is going to harm progesterone production and also can cause a missing period. HIIT is short for high intensity interval training, and Orange Theory is a great example of this workout. So if you are hitting this workout up at least twice a week, you will want to make sure that you at least reduce it to once a week or just avoiding it completely until you at least get your period back and get it back to a regular cycle. Replacing this workout for Pilates or yoga, or if you want something a little more intense, because I feel like if you are going to Orange Theory or doing HIIT, you're going to want something more intense. It's going to be too difficult to completely break up with that. I highly recommend doing doing Legree. Legree is basically resistance training in Pilates if they had a baby. I personally teach this method. I started doing it when I had an irregular cycle, and it really helped me personally with that. So highly recommend looking into that if you want something a little more intense, but also getting the benefit of a low impact workout for your hormones. If you're someone who loves to run, gets that runner's high, can't really not do it every single day, definitely consider reducing the amount of running you are doing and adding in resistance training with it. So if you're someone who does like 4 miles plus every single day, maybe just running or jogging a mile a day and then adding in some weightlifting can be so much more supportive for hormone balance and can help you get your period back on schedule. Next up is to not neglect carbohydrates. Low carbohydrate consumption can be linked to not having your period. Carbohydrates are really important for energy, it's important for hormone balance, important for your gut health if you're consuming the right ones. I feel like in today's culture, we're living in a carnivore diet or like a fat and protein only diet, and for some women, like that's just not going to be the best for you. Actually, for most women, it's not. So if you're someone who struggles with an absent period and really just focuses on fat or protein, maybe some fruits and veggies in there, but doesn't really eat a lot of like whole grains like oats or pseudo grains like quinoa or root veggies like beets and sweet potatoes, definitely consider adding in all of these to your diet and see if it makes any difference. If you're not consuming enough fiber, you're not able to excrete these excess waste, toxins, and excess hormones. So when we're thinking of animal-based protein like steak and chicken and eggs, these don't have any fiber. And fats, if you're eating enough nuts and seeds, there are some fiber in those too. If you want to get a lot more and make sure that you're hitting that daily amount to excrete all these excess hormones that you have that could be contributing to the imbalance, you want to make sure you're consuming these whole food carbs. And again, some people just eat fruit and veggies, but I recommend adding in those pseudo grains, adding in those root veggies, adding in like oatmeal, and seeing if it makes any difference for you. Another thing to know about eating a low carb diet is how it can harm your thyroid function. So your thyroid is really important for regular cycles, and it can also make your HPA axis release cortisol, which is going to harm progesterone production and can make your period go missing. The last step to take to help get your period back naturally is going to be seed cycling. Seed cycling involves consuming specific seeds in different phases of your cycle to support your hormones naturally. It not only helps support the production of hormones, but also helps excrete excess hormones to help promote regular cycle. Now with seed cycling and an absent period, you'd be thinking like, how do I seed cycle if I do not have a cycle? You go by the moon cycle, which is also 28 days, similar to an average menstrual cycle length. You consume the pumpkin and flax seeds from the new moon to the full moon, and then switch to the sesame and sunflower seed to the full moon to the new moon. If you want to know more about the nitty-gritty of seed cycling, I'm going to add more information in the description, so make sure to check that out. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more videos just like this one, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you'll be notified when more videos are being released. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.